Aura's eagle and the cliff garden. High above the Rocky Mountains of the Auras region in northeastern Algeria, there lived a mighty eagle known to the Chawi people as a guardian of the skies. Its feathers shimmered like the morning sun, and its sharp eyes could spot the smallest movement from miles away. This eagle was not just any bird, it was a symbol of hope and care watching over the villages scattered below on steep cliffs and rugged hills. Our story begins many years ago when the land was rough and the soil too thin for easy farming. The people of the mountain villages were strong and wise, but growing enough food was a daily struggle. The elders, those who had lived long and carried the traditions, needed to be cared for, but without enough crops, the whole community worried about their future. One bright morning, as the sun painted the sky with soft orange and pink, the eagle soared high above a narrow ledge on a steep cliff. Suddenly, it dropped seeds from its powerful beak. The seeds fluttered down like tiny gifts, landing on a patch of soil clinging to the rock. This was no accident. The eagle's actions were guided by a deep spirit of care for the people below. Children from the nearby village spotted the seeds and were curious. They climbed carefully to the ledge and began to tend the small patch of earth. Inspired by the eagle's gift, they worked together to build terraces, flat steps carved into the cliffside where soil and water could be held safely. This method, called terrace farming, was a clever way to grow food on the rocky mountain. The children planted the seeds, watered the soil, and watched as tiny shoots appeared. Over time, the cliff transformed into a beautiful garden of vegetables and herbs. This garden became a source of fresh food, especially for the elders who could no longer climb the steep paths to the larger fields below. The community's respect for their elders grew even stronger as the children's work brought life and nourishment to those who had cared for them all their lives. In this way, the story of the Aura's eagle and the cliff garden teaches us about kindness, responsibility, and creativity. Just like the eagle's careful dropping of seeds, small acts of care can grow into something much bigger. And terrace farming reminds us that even the hardest places can bloom when people work together. If you want to try a little activity yourself, you can make a simple model of a terrace garden. Gather some cardboard or paper, cut out small steps, and glue little bits of green paper or fabric to represent plants. It's a fun way to see how terraces hold soil and water, and how that helps plants grow on hillsides. So next time you look at a steep hill or a cliff, remember the eagle's gift and the children who turned a rocky ledge into a garden of hope and care. In the mountains of the Auras, nature and people work hand in hand, showing us that with a little effort and kindness, life can thrive anywhere.